What is up, guys? TJ Got Kicks 89 here, back with another video for you guys. Today it is on a pair of Etnies that we got from the 60% sale that is going on over at Zone 5 right now. It's in conjunction with the Go Skateboarding Day 2022. Last time we reviewed the pair of Maranas that Nas got for we got for Nas's birthday. But today we are doing a pretty interesting pickup. It is the Joslin in the inline colorway, which is black, white, and gum in a size US 9, UK 8. This is essentially the same box that all Etnies skateboarding shoes come in. It's used for the Marana, it's used for the Veer, it's used for the Cali Volks and whatever. And for 130 plus, you have got a pair of one of the most indestructible skateboarding shoes in the entire world. Most indestructible skateboarding shoes for one of the most explosive skateboarders ever to come out, sponsored by Plan B, Etnies, Grizzly, Bones, and whatsoever. People first knew him from the Bones video, but Chris Joslin has come so far in the world of professional skateboarding. He was the man that brought the Marana after Sheckler, so it's only right that Etnies gave him his first pro skateboarding shoe. So this is essentially the Joslin 360-degree view for you guys. A fairly plain and simple shoe. You don't see this colorway often in the market because it's a fairly simple colorway. Usually you'd have the gum lining the bottom here, but you don't. But let's just get into the shoe. It's a primarily suede build, all around, obviously, even in the collar in the back. But the most interesting part about this shoe is that it is built similarly to the Marana, but inside out. So Etnies and S, I believe, anything that Pierre-Andre Senriguez put his name on, essentially is all about stylistic functionality. So Etnies was actually the first company to incorporate a hidden TPR underlay in all of their shoes. And I remember skating the Etnies MC Wrap around 2005, 2006. And after I blew through the first layer of the toe cap, you would have a piece of TPR rubber underneath. And this is the same way that this is built. So you've got this big one-piece toe cap in the front, nothing to blow out, obviously. But as soon as you are done with this, under this, you have a piece of TPR which rides up here, much like a toe cap would if it was on the outside. And this was developed from the Marana that Chris loves. So moving further back to the middle of the shoe, you've got recessed eyelets under the top, the first three eyelets of the shoe. I want to say that Adidas Skateboarding actually was the first company to do this. You saw it on the Superstar Skate, you saw it on the Campus Skate, and then the Gonzalez had it, and then eventually the Bluesnits adopted it. But this basically helps to shield away the laces where you place them a little bit lower than the front eyelets would. And like I said, it keeps them out of the way of kickflip abrasion. And you've got this, like I said, for the first three eyelets of the shoe. Just talking about the frontal part of the shoe, I believe this is designed a little bit similarly to how an old school 90s skateboarding shoe was, whereby you've got like a slightly more shorter toe compared to a very long toe, as to what you see on like a Janoski and every other design that tried to copy the Janoski after that. Yes, a longer toe helps keep the laces out of the way, but it kind of messes up with the whole aesthetic of the shoe. You eventually get something that always looks like a boat shoe, and you kind of, if you're trying to wear slightly more looser pants, you get this very clown looking like shoe, in my opinion. So moving to the back, you've got the Wolverine logo for Etnies right there, which Etnies developed for Mr. Chris Joslin himself. Suede, suede, suede. Etnies logo just right there. And in the true fashion of the Marana, because this shoe essentially just carries over the Marana Michelin sole onto this shoe. You've got the Michelin logo right there in gray. Same thing on the other side, except for two ventilation holes here, right there. Also, you've got a few ventilation holes which kind of mimic the Air Force One over there. And I just want to point out that this shoe is very, very sturdy on the sidewalls on both sides. And I think this, I would like to say this kind of copies how older skateboarding shoes make their shoes last a little bit longer. It doesn't pack out or doesn't sag as much. So I think inside here you've got like a lining of cardboard, which basically helps give the shoe its shape, essentially. So going over to the laces, it's just your standard black laces, and this is inside the shoe. No spare laces is given. Spare laces is always appreciated in the skateboarding industry, but taking into account the lace protectors. Oh, and I forgot to mention, in true Marana fashion, this too has the spare lace loops running inside, so you can lace your holes. I mean, you can lace your shoes on the inside to not utilize this lace hole whatsoever, and it completely keeps them out of harm's way from the grip tape. The tongue is a fairly mid-puff tongue, puffier and bulkier compared to today's standards, but it provides like a little nice puff and a little bit of structure for the shoe and helps prevent board chops at the top of your foot. Joslin logo right there over the top. On the inside at the back, you've got a gray lining that does not correspond with any color of the shoe. I think it corresponds with the Michelin logo back here. The size tag right there on the inside, and like I said, in true Marana fashion, I like to call this shoe the Marana reverse, because it's built exactly like the Marana, but the collar is built in a way that when you lace it, when you put your foot in and you lace it up, you'll just be stuck. Your lace will be your lace won't move. I mean, your heels will not move from the back of the shoe. Black sock liner. Oh yes, and one of the most key features as to why this shoe is extremely durable is the STI level 1 insole with the Chris Joslin logo right there. This shoe, I mean this insole is obviously like a nice upgrade to most insoles that most skateboarding companies provide, but it is fairly thick and provides a lot of comfort. Going over to the inside of the shoe, you've got an STI Pro Evolution 1 foam footbed that runs across from the heel to the front of the shoe. You can't see this. You can see the white strobe board though, but it is there on the inside. And this Pro Evolution 1 foam basically is one of the most interesting foams that was used in the Marana XT and Marana Elite and all of that stuff, but it's essentially STI's proprietary foam that helps cushion impact. So on top of this, you get the Pro Evolution 1 midsole too, which, hey, can't beat that if you're jumping down like 13 stairs for 50 tries, right? So going over to the midsole of the shoe, I actually wanted to say that was kind of how Vans built the AVE, but different shoe altogether. So going over to the midsole of the shoe, you've got the same Marana tread, which is inspired by the PC00 Michelin tire tread. It contrasts the white section of the shoe, the gum over there, and Michelin right there. One of the most grippiest and durable outsoles ever, according to Etnies Joslin. So the upper plus the outsole plus the hidden TPR rubber toe cap plus the STI Evolution 1 foam just makes this shoe one of the most craziest shoes on the market today. So I'm glad to have gotten this at 130 ringgit over at Zone 5. Their Go Skateboarding sale ends this Sunday. Yeah, but essentially that. So this is the Joslin one from Etnies. Your boy TJ got Kicks 89. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace and love from Malaysia. I'm out.